I bought this island in 2018, I fulfilled a lifelong dream. The goal is not only to preserve the memories I've made over those years, but to make new ones and to give others the opportunity to do the same. As we go through this process, it has become clear to me, we aren't just rebuilding an island, we're reviving a legend.
Well, what about me?
What about you? What?
Well, I thirsty too, you know.
You want to see all the water out there?
Well, why you don't give me your water, and then you go try and drink that salt water?
You crazy, eh?
I ain't the one talking to a dog, you know.
Ain't nobody can drink salt water.
Then why you won't give it to me? All dogs need fresh, cool water and sufficient shelter from the sun all year round, especially on the beach and during the hot summer months.
Summers are very hot here in the Bahamas, so please make sure all pets have ample, cool, fresh water in proper containers and sufficient shelter from the sun, even on the beach. And make sure all dog houses and kennels have proper ventilation. Let's make it Bahamian to be humane.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas Humane Society and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
After 66 steps, I'm Matea Cunningham. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Grand Bahama Chamber President questions the ease of doing business in Freeport. Plus, the GBPA Workers Union President raises labor concerns following comments made by the shipyard CEO.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
And welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Concerns tonight from the Grand Bahama business community about what they describe as growing red tape that is stifling investment on the island. President of the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, Dylan Knoll, says doing business in Grand Bahama has become increasingly difficult with too many hurdles standing in the way of economic growth. The details in tonight's top story.
We create more roadblocks in the investment approval process.
Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce President Dylan Knoll says investors on the island are being forced to navigate what he describes as a maze of bureaucracy, with lengthy approval processes making it increasingly difficult to get projects off the ground. He argues that in Freeport, both the government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority maintain separate regulatory frameworks, a situation he says can negatively impact investment.
Getting the necessary approvals is a challenge. Opening a bank account as a corporate entity is a challenge. We have taken the Know Your Customer requirements to an extraordinary level of bureaucracy that our neighbors don't apply to themselves, even though they're the ones who push us into these things. And we just continue to pile on and pile on.
Knowles points to the 1955 Hawksbill Creek Agreement as a time when the island operated under a more streamlined system. Under that framework, he says, the Freeport area functioned as a one-stop shop for investors. Today, however, he says the process involves two separate layers.
Investors want certainty. They want to know that when they follow the process, they're going to get the result that you claim is available to them if they follow the process. They can't operate in an environment where they go to the first step and say and get a nod and then go to the next step and get a no. They don't know who to deal with, they don't know what to deal with, and they don't know how to deal with it.
He says it's time for stakeholders to revisit existing regulations and determine whether they truly support business growth or create unnecessary roadblocks, adding that policies are often implemented without reviewing whether they're helpful or harmful to economic activity.
We're continuing to make things more and more and more complex with no real gain to be seen at the end of the day, other than creating the complexity, okay? So we need to rethink the whole process. We need to rethink the rules. We need to figure out how do we make this more streamlined? How do we make it more encouraging and enticing for investors?
Now, in earlier reports, the Grand Bahama Port Authority has stated that it has programs specifically tailored to make doing business in Freeport easier. One of those initiatives is the Invest Grand Bahama Business Concierge Service, a white glove investment facilitation program launched in 2012. Designed to provide premium personalized support, the initiative assists all investors, whether Bahamian or international, who are seeking to start, relocate, or expand their business in Freeport. The service is extended without discrimination. In other news, residents in Grand Bahama are reacting to the announcement from the Bahamas Customs Department regarding the termination of the Special Economic Recovery Zone Order of 2019, specifically as it relates to vehicle imports. As Matthew Martinborough tells us, some expected the change while others have expressed concerns.
The Bahamas Customs Department in Freeport has issued a notice advising the public that effective February 28, 2026, the Hurricane Dorian Exigency Order of 2019 relating to vehicle imports will officially come to an end. With the notice now made public, we spoke with residents to get their reaction. Some say the end of the order was expected and have accepted the upcoming change.
I can be honest with you, some things we have to live with, even though we may not like it.
5 years is a long time, but that was like.
Well, I had one of those forms back in 2019, and I feel like we all had enough time. We all had enough time to get ourselves to use the forms, honestly.
Despite the relief having been in place for 6 years, some residents say they are sincerely concerned about those who may no longer be able to utilize the form, but still need the assistance.
Bahamian people benefit from it. And at the end of the day, you know what it is for you to bring in a vehicle and a load that's not on your back. That's the sale. It work out for the best and they can work out for the worst.
6 years is not enough time because if you take a look at Grand Bahama right now, Grand Bahama still isn't where Grand Bahama should be since the storm. So no, 6 years isn't enough. They really need to give us some more time.
Well, hopefully the people who really needed it already got their car. But it will be unfortunate for the people who did need it for a car this year.
One resident in particular points to past vehicle import fraud cases that have affected many individuals over the years.
You know, that's where you save up your money, and then you save up your money to go buy a car. Then someone come to you, say, hey, boy, I got one paper. So now in your mind, you saying, boy, I could save a couple of dollars now. Then when it comes to find out the paper fraudulent, now you gotta pay. Send to me, boy. I don't care, boy. When you get locked up, boy, because the people just be doing foolishness on this road, boy. People just work hard, you know, boy. Yeah. But people just work on this road, boy.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Thanks, Matthew. Well, the popular ferry service, Valeria Caribbean, has returned to service following an extended dry dock maintenance period. In a statement to ZNS News, the company says its annual January maintenance was lengthened this year due to the scope of work being completed. Crews carried out upgrades to engine areas, propulsion and emergency systems, along with improvements across the cargo deck. Passenger areas were also enhanced, including new premium class carpeting, upgrades upgraded bathroom flooring, and improvements to onboard Wi-Fi and TV systems. Valeria acknowledges the inconvenience caused by the extension and says affected travelers will receive personalized apology letters. To assist passengers, extra sailings to Freeport Grand Bahama have been added, with the next date slated for Thursday, February 26, in addition to the regular Tuesday and Saturday service. The company says a special promotion for future travel will be announced soon.
And still to come.
Buckeye teams up with first responders for a fire safety initiative. We'll have that story, sports, and more when we come back.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison. It's your
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Welcome to Cornet Bahamas, where love begins at the door. For the entire month of February, you can enjoy 25% off of our doors, flooring, and tiles. Because our love truly goes beyond the door. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply upgrading your space, we're here to guide you every step of the way. On behalf of Cornet Bahamas, I can't wait to help you find the perfect fit.
Let's keep it clean. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No, yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. We just gotta keep Grand Bahama clean.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Division of Cultural Affairs, presents the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade, powered by the City of Freeport Council. Saturday, February 28, 2026 at 6 p.m. West Explorers Way, downtown Freeport is where you need to be to catch the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade. See you there.
Number one team in the north. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Fire and safety professionals on Grand Bahama are better equipped after completing a 2-day fire prevention program hosted by Buckeye in partnership with the Ministry for Grand Bahama. Our Sherelle Dames tells us more in this report.
Bringing together firefighters and other first responders from across the island with a focus on fire prevention and safe response, Director of Operations at Buckeye Bahamas says after recent wildfires in 2025, it became clear that additional collaboration and guidance were needed.
Fortunately, we have a corporate support team that are experts within fire response. And so last year, whenever we were experiencing all of the wildfires here on Grand Bahama, I wanted to figure out how we can lean into our corporate resources and have them start reaching out to some of the experts within the broader community of fire response professionals.
Expert fire safety trainer at Buckeye, David Shaw, says with wildfires becoming more frequent, the goal is to help first responders use the resources they have more effectively.
California, I worked for 32 years on fires, but we don't need the same type of resources here. What my focus is to talk with the local jurisdictions about what the resources are, what their capabilities are here, and how they can use their resources that they have available to use the same tactics and strategies in the way that will best help the population across the entire island.
Buckeye fire protection trainer also clarifying a common misunderstanding that the company's fire truck can handle any type of fire.
Here at Buckeye, we have fire trucks, but they are designed specifically to handle industrial fires, not for fighting wildfires. They don't carry water, they carry foam to handle tank fires and other industrial fires. So without water, they're really not helpful directly.
For Buckeye Bahamas, this effort extends beyond their operation, providing first responders with practical training in fire prevention and response is an important investment in the island's safety. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
In other news, the Grand Bahama branch of Sigma Gamma Rho Incorporated presenting its annual Tub of Love donation to a young mother at Pierce Plaza. The basket, filled with essential baby items such as clothing, wipes, and towels, aims to encourage mothers to attend prenatal checkups and ensure the health of both mother and child. Life leader Elsina Duncombe shares the love and care behind this special gift.
At this clinic, we presented at all of the other clinics, presenting necessary baby items to an expecting mother. So that's what that's one of our programs, and that's what we normally do. And we also took the opportunity because we know nothing can be done without our doctors, and they're right behind us. So we wanted to show our appreciation for them as well, and so we provided a little care. This is a project close to my heart because I had a preterm baby. My child was born 3 months, 12 weeks premature, and so I know how important it is for mothers to get the necessary care they need before they have a baby. So we minimize, birth defects and, all sorts of things.
Paris Plaza nurse manager Michelle Wright explains the impact of such initiatives and emphasizes the vital role of community involvement during these important moments.
The patient, she was very appreciative of the basket. So the initiatives like this assist us in allowing patients to come to the clinic, and we, at every visit, we enforce the importance of antenatal care.
Switching gears now, bullying in schools is causing mental health challenges among students, including anxiety, depression, and in some cases, suicidal thoughts. Educators and students alike say stronger communication at home and early intervention at school are key to protecting young people. Our Shalia Roll has that report.
Standing up to bullying remains a growing priority for educators as counselors warn that its effect can extend far beyond the classroom, impacting students' mental health, confidence, and overall well-being. These bullying concerns present themselves in many forms throughout the school.
You can create any account to target someone and not necessarily identify that it's you. So it's even difficult for us to kind of pinpoint who it is and be accurate with it, because anyone can say, that's not me, I didn't create that account, that's a fake account. So it makes it more tasking for us to really kind of deal with who the bully is. So we kind of focus more on the victim in any instance.
Danik Kemp, guidance counselor at Jack Hayward Junior High School, says students who experience bullying often face significant emotional and psychological strain. These cases are frequently brought to counselors who work to intervene and prevent further harm, while also engaging parents to ensure students are supported beyond the classroom. They note there is only so much schools can do without consistent support at home.
It comes to bullying in the schools and the victim, we really try to meet with them more often. We try to empower them to stay strong. Especially when it comes to suicidal thoughts, we have to address the suicide ideation of it first. So we ask questions to see the level of severity.
Students say bullying remains visible in schools, appearing in different forms even when they are not personally targeted. They add that many victims struggle in silence and the impact on mental health can be severe.
Bullying look like to me in my school is social bullying where children start to get children peer pressure by talking verbally, by talking bad about them.
It comes in various different forms and I've seen it a few times. I would say social bullying, I'd say physical bullying, and verbal bullying.
One student shared her own experience of being bullied in elementary school, describing how it left her self-conscious and damaged her self-esteem. She says support from friends and family helps her overcome the difficult period.
Close friends and family always encouraging me, always believing in me, and telling me to never give up.
School officials are now urging parents to maintain open lines of communication with their children, reminding them that young people often carry complex emotions they are not yet equipped to manage. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
We salute our Facebook friend of the day, Adeline Forbes. Thank you so much for your support, and we hope you enjoyed your day. And that's a look at stories making news. Sports comes your way next, but don't go away. We'll be back right after this.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Division of Cultural Affairs presents the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade, powered by the City of Freeport Council. Saturday, February 28, 2026 at 6 p.m. West Explorers Way, downtown Freeport is where you need to be to catch the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade. See you there.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Wait, I thought you was lying, but...
Wait, I never is joking here for real.
I didn't know he was here.
He is here. He in the village. It's like he go away.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, no more guessing, no more speculating, no more assuming. Yours truly, Tico T, a.k.a. Freeport's Minister of Music. I'm here on the all-new Power 104.5, the fun station. So y'all know what to do. Y'all lock in with me, and let's have a good time, all right? The all-new Power 104.5.
The all-new Power 104.5 FM. The fun station.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward, that brings truth to light, that connects us all. This is why we go.
Breaking news out of Grand Bahama, our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Yes, Shamiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about...
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sportscape, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. Skylar Smith and Nia Belton are pre-qualifiers for the Carifta Swim Championship set to take place over in Martinique. Now, both ladies are happy, but definitely not remaining complacent.
I feel good, honored. It's always a blessing to be this far up in my age group and to be known as one of the top athletes in the country and in the region and the Caribbean. So I feel good about that. I dropped time in 2 events. And so I think that we are progressing in a relatively good way and that we will be ready.
I've really worked on how aggressive I come off the wall in my turns and my underwaters and my pull, which I've seen has helped a lot when it comes to my races. I'm looking forward to making more time so that when it comes to picking that team, I'm definitely a name that they see a lot.
Crossing over the hoops, Grand Bahama is expected to play host to the Bahamas Basketball Federation's National Round Robin Tournament. The action will commence April 16th to the 18th at the St. George's Gymnasium, and the Grand Bahama Basketball Association President, Eugene O'Bain, is fired up.
We have a few islands that have already committed. I think it was Bimini, Andros, North and South Andros, Eleuthera, Exuma, and Abaco, as well as Nassau coming down. Grand Bahama is going to be represented quite well. We plan to have an A-League team, have A-League teams and B-League teams in the league. So we're gonna have a nice season this year. So when the other islands come, yeah, it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a show. We're gonna put on a spectacle for the whole of the Bahamas to see.
And finally, the Grand Bahama Amateur Softball Association announcing its slate of elected officers for the 2026-2027 season. Stefano Bevins returns as president. Janacio Saunders backs him up as vice. Carleen McPhee and Amber Baston will serve as your pair of secretaries. And Jerome Clark returns as fast pitch chairman. Newly elected officers include Leon Andrews as treasurer, Lisa Araskar as assistant treasurer, and Gwen Simonet as corporate chairman. Opening night for the 2026 season is slated for May 1st with fast pitch action. And that's your sports fix for this evening, everybody. I'm Shane Stubbs. Your check on the local weather forecast is next.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Welcome to Cornet Bahamas, where love begins at the door. For the entire month of February, you can enjoy 25% off of our doors, flooring, and tiles. Because our love truly goes beyond the door. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply upgrading your space, we're here to guide you every step of the way. On behalf of Cornet Bahamas, I can't wait to help you find the perfect fit.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Division of Cultural Affairs, presents the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade, powered by the City of Freeport Council. Saturday, February 28, 2026 at 6 p.m. West Explorers Way, downtown Freeport is where you need to be to catch the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade. See you there.
Let's keep it clean. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No, yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. We just gotta keep grandma.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
I am ready.
I am ready. I am ready.
Ready or not, it's here. That's right, the biggest gospel show with me, Uncle T Baby Boy, on 8:10 a.m. That's right, interviews, greatest songs, praise and worship. It's going to be exciting. We're going to take the Bahamas to the world and bring the world to the Bahamas.
You know that it's been the 8 o'clock hour. That means it's time for the morning run mix. Better known as BJ alongside DJ Future, right? Call me up right now.
DJ Future, this is what you know I'm locked in. I'm on your run this morning. Keep it coming. Override.
I got you.
The morning run mix with DJ Future. Power 104.5 FM.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
Planning the execution of a newscast is serious business. From the assignment to the concept of the story, everything has to be precise, on point, always. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, is your trusted news service. We get it right the first time. Our preparation for you each night is done with care, knowing that our voices will reach you on 700 islands and keys with unquestionable accuracy. It gives me great pleasure each night to say,
welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. I'm your national anchor, Mukesh Lopinder.
Every second matters. Every possession counts. The road to glory begins here. Tune into live coverage of the 2026 U Campbell Basketball Championship, Monday, February 23rd at 9 p.m. on the ZNS Radio and Television Network and streaming on our YouTube and Facebook platforms.
When I first introduced the program to them, some of them was reluctant at first that I don't know about agriculture, I don't know anything about farming.
The young man mentioned trauma that they experienced, that they saw the gardening as an escape.
So we need to ensure that our young men are exposed to initiatives that could improve their skills.
That's Taking Social Services to the People, Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. on ZNS Television.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the government finalizes a nearly $30 million Harborside hospital deal, plus a win for the local public health care sector. The Bahamas only the second in the Caribbean to lock down a highly sought-after diagnostic lab. And tensions brewing between the government and customs and immigration officers. Find out what's at the center of the standoff. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. A long-anticipated agreement has officially crossed the finish line. Amaya Moss has the details of a deal aimed at strengthening public health care's capacity.
Last December, the government began efforts to purchase the inpatient facility of Harborside Hospital, previously operated by Doctors Hospital on East Bay Street. Tonight, Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, confirmed that the facility has been secured for $29 million. He outlined that the agreement has been structured as a lease-to-own purchase agreement, with payments listed through the Bahamas International Securities Exchange healthcare provider for over approximately 120 months. Dr. Darvel says the acquisition is part of a broader strategy to address aging hospital infrastructure across the country, particularly within Princess Margaret Hospital.
I'm pleased to report that the lower portion of the legacy ward will be the new dialysis unit, and all of the equipment for the new dialysis unit has already been purchased and should be in the country probably before the end of April. And so you'll see where we go ahead and award a contract for the renovation of the dialysis unit and by extensions the eye ward and then of course the adolescent unit. So the renovations is ongoing.
Minister Darvel acknowledged that much of the hospital's infrastructure is in urgent need of modernization and expansion, noting that capacity constraints in outdated facilities have placed increasing strain on the healthcare system. He revealed that a formal announcement is expected within the next 14 days.
We want to start the demolition in the kitchen section of the Princess Margaret Hospital immediately. But because of its proximity to the maternity, we need to remove the maternity ward to another location because you can't renovate and operate. Once that's done, we will be able to start the immediate demolition. And very shortly, we'll be inviting the press to do a tour with us at the new Harborside Hospital, a part of the Princess Margaret Hospital.
He states that the purchase is a long-term investment not only in infrastructure, but in restoring confidence in public healthcare delivery. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
Meantime, a quiet revolution taking place in local cardiac care. What was once required a plane ticket and precious time overseas can now be done right here at home. And as Altaviz Munnings explains, for Bahamians, it could mean the difference between life and death.
Doctors Hospital Health System has officially ushered the Bahamas into a new era of cardiovascular care with the opening of its state-of-the-art cardiac catheterization laboratory. Patients suffering from heart blockages, valve complications, and life-threatening arrhythmias no longer have to endure the stress, cost, and uncertainty of overseas medical travel. The lab's being led by a team of cardiologists and supported by advanced and imaging technology, reducing recovery time and improving diagnostic precision. Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darvel, says in a time of global economic uncertainty and medical travel disruptions, acute care services like this strengthens the backbone of the country's health infrastructure, ensuring Bahamians receive critical intervention without unnecessary transfers or delays.
In the Bahamas, we spend in South Florida alone close to $250 million in healthcare services. It's time, Dr. Diggers and Doctors Hospital, to bring a lot of these resources back into the country and allow Bahamians to utilize these sophisticated services here on the island.
Interventional cardiologist Dr. Ran Elias, who administered the lab's first successful procedure earlier this month, underscored that this is more than a facility upgrade. It's a strategic investment in national resilience.
Patients who previously were deemed to be very, very ill or even sometimes dying of these events are now able to walk home after 3-4 days in the hospital. But it's not only the heart. We can do procedures for the brain. We can do procedures on any other organ, essentially. And this is a big, big, big deal. This is a game changer in that term. So this is... Again, this is leading technology not only here in the Bahamas or in the Caribbean region. This is global. These are the best systems that are available.
For patients and families impacted by cardiovascular and vascular conditions, the message is simple. Help is closer than ever before. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altaviz Munnings.
Also tonight, more on those energy deals released by the government yesterday, some of them proving how Bahamas Power and Light is protected if power providers fail to deliver. The power purchase agreement signed with EA Energy Limited sets strict performance standards for electricity generation. If those targets are not met, the supplier can be required to pay financial compensation known as performance guarantee damages. Now, the contract also includes penalties tied to project delays and capacity shortfalls aimed at reducing risk to BPL and ultimately its consumers. The agreement makes BPL the exclusive buyer of electricity from the facility and gives the utility control over metering systems to ensure accurate measurement of power output. Another EA Energy agreement involves Crown land on Abaco for the development and operation of a solar facility, a battery energy storage system known as BESS, and a gas facility. Importantly, the arrangement is directly tied to a power purchase agreement with BPL, meaning the lease remains valid only as long as the broader energy agreement remains in force. And speaking of BPL, the power giants sending another team of experts to Jamaica to assist with power restoration efforts there following the impact of last October's monster Hurricane Melissa. The power packing storm left behind catastrophic damage to Jamaica's infrastructure. BPL's Chief Operating Officer, Anthony Christie, says the local team includes experts from New Providence and the Family Islands.
We're sending our best guys, our experts, and they're going to do a good job in helping Jamaica restore. And I'm sure they'll make good progress and they'll come back with some good experience and good stories to share on our behalf. And we stress to them that they're representing the Bahamas and BPL, and they must do their best and ensure that they represent well.
This is the second team BPL sent to assist with Jamaica's restoration efforts. The first, comprising 7 specialists, was deployed last November. Team leader Kendall Roll and foreman Paul Curry say they're looking forward to assisting their Jamaican counterparts.
People are dependent on us to restore light to their life. So we are indeed grateful for the opportunity. I will have to stress the concern of safety as it relates to making sure me and my team are safe and that we work safely throughout this 5 weeks that we are scheduled down there in West Milan.
As you go there, you have to get adjusted to their system and their way of doing things. It is not done the way we do it, but it's similar in terms of electrical principles being enforced, and they are very serious about their safety.
CARICOM Chair and St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister Terence True is said to have had frank and forward-looking discussions with Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis and his team during his brief visit here this week. Those talks focused on pressing issues affecting the region. The talks taking place ahead of the 50th regular meeting of CARICOM heads of government, scheduled for February 24th through the 27th. Since becoming CARICOM Chair, Prime Minister Drew has met face-to-face with the Prime Ministers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Antigua and Barbuda, Trinidad and Tobago, Dominica and Grenada. Meantime, the Prime Minister is expected to leave for CARICOM, our Prime Minister that is, this weekend. Well, the Coalition of Independents in Barnabas candidate drops out the race. In a brief statement on Facebook Friday, Valentino McKenzie told the people of St. Barnabas, "It's been an honor to walk this journey with you. Today, I'm letting you know I will no longer be in the race." McKenzie adding, "I deeply appreciate your support and belief in me. Though I'm stepping back, I'll always stand for our community." Well, ZNS News reached out to COI leader Lincoln Bain, who confirms the move, explaining that it was a party decision.
There's been some personal issues, health issues that McKenzie has had, and so the council decided that it would be best to let him deal with his issues and have the party move forward.
Bain says McKenzie has great potential and has a lot to offer the country. As for his replacement, the COI leader says the party has already moved forward in that regard.
Yes, we have had more than 100 persons apply for candidacies in this election, and I can say that the council has already ratified another candidate, and that person will be announced on Tuesday.
Coming up, growing unrest on the labor scene. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. That and more in a moment.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us. Just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Forget them flower, forget them check. You know it's Tommy, get the respect. AP is hot, we sitting close. Breeze on your lip, that's how I know. You is my person, that ain't no secret. You sharing, I might keep it. Love buckets.
8 tasty pieces of chicken, thighs and legs for just $20. Add a large side for $5. This February, love deserves a bucket. KFC is finger licking good.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
This Earl will surprise you.
All the wrong places.
This Earl is smoother than the best.
Looking for love.
This Earl is fresher than the rest.
Looking for love.
Keep this Earl by your side.
All the wrong faces.
And I got to keep on searching, 'cause this ain't love.
Smooth, steady, and always ready. Made for moments that sizzle. Your secret to keeping it golden. Jar Car Cooking Earl, the best of Bahamian.
Welcome to the Nassau York Club, where a lot of junior sailors are getting prepared for the
Say no more. You're the senior, I junior.
And on the sheet, it's probably going to be light wind for the Durwood Knolls Regatta, pulling the boats through the tacks. Right, make sure I control it.
Wait, we no sail. It's in the overdose.
All right, guys, that's the plan. Let's sail.
Before we sail. Sedort Knolls went gone in 64. Y'all be sailing at one or two for sure.
You're looking at a shot there of the Sidney Poitier Bridge connecting the city of Nassau to Paradise Island, and that shot courtesy of drone pilot Shane Gibson Jr. Thanks, Shane. Welcome back. The Bahamas Customs, Immigration and Allied Workers Union taking direct aim at the government, calling out what it describes as flawed promotions, unpaid overtime, outstanding appointments, and a lack of respect for officers they say are delivering record-breaking results. Our Leah Cooper has the details in this next report.
The Bahamas Customs, Immigration and Allied Workers Union up in arms over various labor issues. During a press conference on Friday, the union accuses both of the Customs and Immigration departments of serious failures, from flawed promotions to unpaid overtime and insurance policy confusion.
This is not something that they should have to beg for. This is what they've worked for and deserve. This union has made a concerted attempt to reach out to the Minister of Immigration, and he made an equally concerted attempt to not meet with us.
Emails and letters obtained by ZNS News directed to Immigration Minister the Honorable Alfred Sears, Permanent Secretary Allison Greenslade, and Public Services Minister the Honorable Pia Glover Roll date as far back as July 2025. The union president, Darren Brooks, says they remain unanswered. In Customs, Brooks claims there was no formal communication about who would be promoted or when.
A number of persons, dozens, hundreds, are awaiting promotions, but a small promotion list was released.
ZNS News reached out to Public Service Minister the Honorable Pia Glover Roll. She says this.
Public Service has no outstanding matters for Bahamas Customs, Immigration and Allied Workers Union that I'm aware of. On Wednesday, he sent me a message asking about outstanding promotions for immigration and Customs. I directed him to the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry. She has not heard from him. They have also also been given direct access to the team leaders at the Ministry of Public Service for both Customs and Immigration. I've just been advised they have not heard from them.
The union still insists, though, that there's a list of outstanding promotions awaiting processing. Attempts to get a response from Immigration Minister the Honorable Alfred Sears was unsuccessful up to news time, and attempts for a formal response from Economic Affairs Minister the Honorable Michael Halkitis has also proven fruitless. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Well, 9 Haitian nationals appearing before Assistant Chief Magistrate Cara Turnquest DeVoe today, 8 of them admitting to overstaying their time in the country, while the other pleaded guilty to illegal landing. The group fined between $300 and $3,000 and sentenced from 1 month to a year at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. Just yesterday, the Department of Immigration deported 127 Haitian nationals, including 95 men and 32 women. Prior to this, another 15 Haitian nationals appeared before Magistrate Abigail Farrington in Magistrates Court number 6. Of the 15, 13 were convicted of overstaying and 2 illegal landing. They were also fined and sentenced. Well, in other news tonight, as the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services battles overcrowding, National Security Minister the Honorable Wayne Munro says greater use of sentencing is one avenue being explored under the Conditional Release of Offenders Bill. This could include house arrest, allowing individuals to only go to work and church, while otherwise being confined to the home if they are non-violent offenders.
Short-term sentences would destroy a life. Could you imagine somebody for non-violent offense gets sentenced to 12 months? In 12 months, you will lose your job, eh? Somebody who's marginal will lose where they're living, and they may lose their social circumstances and come out 12 months later. The prison will not be able to have a sentence plan for you to be engaged any sort of rehabilitation. And so you lose your job, you lose your livelihood, you don't have any rehabilitative programs. You would give judges another tool to use in punishing persons.
Munro, who addressed the issue on the sidelines of the Alive Business Cybersecurity Summit Thursday, also shared that the legislation is in the final stage of consultation. When asked if the bill would be presented in Parliament before the Davis administration's term ends, the minister only says they're actively working on it.
For a little political fun, that may be a very good reason for when the time comes. Another reason to return this government so that we can finish the work that we have started in the construction of the new prison, the construction of the new virtual court, and this next piece of rehabilitative reform.
Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation and Deputy Prime Minister the Honorable Chester Cooper is denying claims of a link to disgraced American financier and child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. In a statement, the DPM branded the claims completely false, pointing to what he described as clear errors in a document being shared on social media, including incorrect calendar dates that he says cast doubt on its authenticity. The Exuma and Ragged Island MP is adamant he has never met or communicated with Epstein, who died by suicide in his cell back in 2019 and has never received any campaign contributions from him or anyone connected to him. He also urged the public to be cautious about unverified material, warning that AI-generated content and fabricated screenshots are increasingly common during election seasons. There is the added warning that knowingly spreading false information may constitute criminal libel under the law. Well, an investigation underway after a runway lighting issue impacted an emergency medical flight into Exuma Wednesday. The island's MP, Chester Cooper, says preliminary investigations confirmed there were routine checks of runway lights at sundown and the lights were operable at the time. Unfortunately, though, the individual needing the flight died. The minister says he has requested that the Civil Aviation Authority conduct a full investigation into what occurred, adding that the well-being of Exuma residents and the traveling public are of the highest priority. Minister Cooper says he has also reached out and offered condolences to the family of the deceased.
This portion of the news is brought to you by folk called Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect, a first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean, removing up to 100% of deposits, restoring your engine to perform like new. All new Restore and Protect, another first by Valvoline, distributed by Battery and Tire Specialists.
Wait, what you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all day large, one topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but
I need the $10 special plate.
How many would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
As we continue to develop the orange economy of the Bahamas and empower our artists and artisans, we as a government intend to show tangible support. We are therefore requesting our Bahamian artists and artisans to submit images of their handmade, authentically made Bahamian products and prices as we move to produce a live digital booklet with Bahamian-made works. With the creation of a live booklet, artisans can always submit new works to be included. It is our intent to use this book as a catalog for the purchase of items by all senior government officials for gifts, display items, and the like. Ministers, permanent secretaries, members of parliament, and ambassadors will be supporting our orange economy by the purchase of items and in sharing this book to the wider global creative community. We are committed to grow and expand the orange economy of the Bahamas.
It's 242 Day. Proud to be Bahamian. February 24th, 242 Day. Represent your Bahamian pride on 242 Day. Wear your national flag colors or Bahamian prints. Enjoy delicious Bahamian dishes, rake and scrape with Bahamian music, art, and entertainment all day long. Corporate Bahamas, representing your national colors. Be sure to post those photos with hashtag 242 Day. Hashtag Celebrate Bahamas. 242 Day, February 24th.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Top achievers in the 2025 national exams got their moment to shine on Monday as the Ministry of Education, Technical and Vocational Training celebrated the best in the country. And that's students from both public and private schools. Speaking at an award ceremony at Greater Bethel Cathedral, Minister of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, the Honorable Glennis Hannah Martin, encouraged the scholars to continue to put their best foot forward. The minister says the exam results will open doors of access to tertiary education and scholarship opportunities.
I take this opportunity to encourage all of the young people here present to continue to press towards the mark. Sharpen your focus, bolster your resolve, and believe that with God, all things are possible. But remember to keep a steady pace so that you never feel overwhelmed, and always seek to maintain balance in your lives. Keep a sense of humor in the mix. Laughter, in the words of Milton Berle, is an instant vacation.
The Education Minister also highlighted that the two most outstanding awards in the BGCSE exams went to females, Exante Ferguson from Queen's College and Maya Boodoo from NGM Major High School.
I want to congratulate the schools, public and private. Excuse my enthusiasm in certain regards, but all of them. We congratulate every single young person who is being honored today that produced these fine students, these schools. I want to thank their teachers and administrators, the support staff, their parents, and the extended village support. The high success of these young people is a measure of pride to the entire nation.
Well, we echo the sentiments of the minister and extend a hearty congratulations to all the scholars. Well, Valentine's and Mardi Gras may have come and gone, but Royce and Emerlada are still keeping the vibes going over in Access Now. Guys?
Well, Makushla, you know it's Entertainment Friday, so we've got Cupid in the house. He's going to be performing for us. He's going to be talking a little bit about, we're hearing whispers about potentially a new album coming out.
This
so
is
we're
true.
going to see what we can pull out of him.
Always excited for Entertainment Friday. And of course, we got art, murals, as well as marriage counseling coming up in the show tonight. That, plus a lot of excitement going into the weekend with all things carnival related coming off that high with Trinidad and Tobago having their carnival. So all things excited, all things mass.
Yeah, stay tuned.
And always a good show over there in Access Now. Stay with us, the Bahamas Tonight. The National Report continues after this.
Sweet and spicy, marinated fried, tossed with chili, garlic and ginger, got many flavors, like honey barbecue.
Signature hot wings, turn up the heat for you. Those pepper wings, what's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken. So many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken.
Those pepper wings.
Welcome to Cornet Bahamas, where love begins at the door. For the entire month of February, you can enjoy 25% off of our doors, flooring, and tiles. Because our love truly goes beyond the door. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply upgrading your space, we're here to guide you every step of the way. On behalf of Cornet Bahamas, I can't wait to help you find the perfect fit.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Hi, I'm Brent from CBS Bahamas. You may know